Good morning, students. Today we shall start an artistic poem written by Robert Frost, in which the poet Robert Frost has compared human emotions with fire and ice. Both fire and ice are used here symbolically, as fire has been symbolized for desire and ice has been symbolized for hatred. Here in this poem, the poet wants to say that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or fire. Both the factors are compared with self destructing human emotions, hatred and desire. So, first of all, I shall read the poem completely, then I would explain stranger by stranger. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Now comes to the first stanza. Here in this stanza, the poet wants to express that according to him, some people says that or believe that the world would end in fire, as fire can destroy anything completely. If it goes beyond to an extent or limit, they think that one day Earth's core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, and fire can destroy anything. On the other hand, some people believe that the world would end by the ice if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes the life on earth impossible. It would have the same devastating effect. Then the poet compares fire with desire and ice with hatred. As we all know that if anyone's unwanted desire goes to an extent, it can become harmful for the other one or for himself or herself. It is a human emotion, and through his last line of the stanza, I hold with those who favor fire. The poet supports the people who say or believe that the world would end in fire. By saying so, he brings to the attention of readers that human beings let their emotions rule them, and consequently their uncontrollable emotions become the reason of their destruction. Now move on to the next stanza. Here in this stanza, the poet has changed his perception a little. He says that if the world has to die or expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. The poet compares fire with desire and ice with hatred. According to the poet, hatred has the equal potential for destruction of inner peace of human beings. At the end of the poem, the poet concludes that if an option between fire and ice is given, ice would also be sufficient to destroy the world. In this way, the poet wants to make us aware through his poem Fire and Ice. He suggests that people should learn to control their emotions to save the world and themselves. Now, let's understand what poetic devices are used here by the poet in this poem. First of all, I will tell you the rhyming scheme which is used here in this poem. Here, the rhyming scheme is A B A, A B C, B C B. Now, come to next poetic device, that is assonance. Now, let's see what is assonance. It is repetition of vowel sounds in same line. The repetition is at different places in different words. Let's take an example of the poem. The long sound of O in the line I hold with those who favor fire. Now, next poetic device is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of a consonant sound at the start of two or more closely placed words. To understand it, we shall take an example. The sound of F in favor and fire, W in world and will denotes the alliteration. Next poetic device is imagery. What is imagery? It is used to make readers perceive the things involving their five senses. Now, just come to an example of it. Some say the world will end in fire. To say that for destruction eyes is also great. Here, the word say is used for the perception of senses. Next main poetic device is personification. It is used to give human qualities to inanimate objects. In this poem, fire and ice are capable of destruction, and both are presented here by giving them mind and power to destroy anything. I hope this video will help you to understand this poem properly. Thank you.